Hey guys, Ellen Woodbridge here, independent Stampin' Up demonstrator in Australia. And today I am here, my silly second screen. I had it all set up ready to go and now it's not playing. I'm here to play with the butterfly. Oi, Mr. Fort, how are you? With the Butterfly Gala suite with you. So playing with the stamp set, the coordinating punch, and I also have the Gingham Gala paper. Hello, Miss Donna. Thank you everyone for joining. If you're watching the replay or on YouTube, please make sure that you say hi. I like to say hi back to you and know who's watching. So let's see if I can get this screen up. I know, and I was a bit sad that it sold out so quickly and we ran out of stock, but it's back in stock and it is here to stay until at least the end of May next year, which is very, very exciting. Hey Sherry, hey Laurie. Don't think I've missed anybody. Yeah, so it is here to stay, which is fantastic. Just seeing if I can get right. Hi Elfie, got my second screen working. So the card I'm going to make now, I made this forever ago. Not as bad as my card earlier in the week, but this is the card we're going to make. Oh, thank you, Bobby, that's lovely. So I made this card probably when I got the pre-order for this. Oh, thank you, Lisa. I've just been to the hairdresser, so my hair's not quite dry yet. So I got a big chop. It needed a chop. Hey, Shannon. Oh, lunchtime. I just quickly ate something before I came on, and my eldest child is in charge of making nachos for my youngest child. So mind you, they're not that much age difference, but yes, I've left him in charge for lunch. So yeah, this is a card I made forever ago. Hey Lorraine, I hope you're on your lunch break or a day off as well. So yeah, it's a really simple card using some punches. These butterflies are vellum. Oh, I am looking thinner, Lisa. I may have hit a milestone last week, which is a bit exciting, but I'm just waiting for some comparison photos to pop it out there. Thank you. Hey, Bev. So, yeah, I will switch us around and I'll start the card because I've got everything here. I haven't got the inks out yet. That's the only thing, but I can do that without you guys watching me. Yes, yes. Although I haven't converted it to pounds, but still some stupid number in pounds. But yeah, it's all good. It's all good. So I'll flip you around. Hey Josie, I'll turn off my overhead light. Otherwise, if I had the overhead light off now, I would look all light blown and extremely attractive. So yeah, I will do that. Be back in once. Now, do you know what I've done? I've put my phone in the wrong orientation. This is going to be very interesting. You may laugh because I'm sitting here. It's okay. I will put my mount on the opposite side. So now I need to move everything. It's okay. We can make this work. I just needed a bit of processing time. I'm just swapping sides on my desk, which actually might work better, you know, but we'll see how we go here. Right, now I will flip us around and see how we go. Just bear with me here. I'm doing everything back to front, which is a bit odd, but we will make it work. Hey, Renee. Oh, Renee, I received your package today. I was going to message you later, but I can tell you now that I received your package in the mail. I smell better today. I'm so glad I smell better today because I've had a shower and I went to the hairdresser and got my hair washed. So I should smell heaps better. And the fact I have water in the house is extremely helpful. And now you may all laugh. And I'll have to tell you a story. We had 2 days with no access to our major arterial road, which was really weird. 2 days. So it was lots of fun and games getting out of our street. So this is the card, and I've used these 2 products, the Gingham Gala 6x6 pattern paper and a circle punch and some ink and vellum. So in the whole scheme of things, this is probably a card that most crafters can attempt, because there's no big shotting and we're just using a couple of punches. So what I'm going to start with is grab out our colours. So we have Balmy Blue and we have Daffodil Delight. We have my ink spinner spinning around furiously here. We have Grapefruit Grove, Highland Heather, Lemon Lime Twist, which very sadly is on its last legs as a current colour, so it's nice I can use it today before it runs away, and Whisper White. So we're using Whisper White as the base today. Yes, please, after I will post it tomorrow, but please feel free to case. It was a really simple card that I just wanted to showcase the colours in the paper and obviously the beautiful butterfly stamp. So what I need to do first, now I have 4 card bases here, so I'm thinking of making 4 cards. So we'll just see how we go. I'll mount the stamp I need first. Now, one thing I do need to tell you, this set is carrying over to our annual catalogue, which is fantastic, and that makes me very happy. But it will be unbundled in the new catalogue. So what that means is at the moment you can buy the stamp set and the punch at 10% off. Well, it's back in stock in Australia. That's all I can comment on. Hey Wendy, and hi Anne, but yes, it is back in stock in Australia. I cannot comment on if someone could type in Australia, it's back in stock. I can't comment on other markets. So at the moment you buy both and you save 10%. In the annual catalogue they will be 2 separate items and you will not save the 10% buying them as a bundle. Thank you, Wendy. Awesome. Any important information like that, if someone could just pop it in for Anne, please, that will be appreciated. So, yeah, that's the only difference. It's staying around, but I just don't, it's just, they will be available separately in the new catalogue. So, I've got, while I'm here, I might as well get out my Hello Beautiful stamp set stamp as well, and see what we can do with that. Oh, I've got some more use it up bits in here. I've got all these butterflies. I've got more use it up bit, girls. I feel another card coming on. I do. Okay, so let's pop that there, and we know it's there so we can get our use it up bits. That can stay there. Don't need this, sorry, just organising my space so we don't have a big crafter-lanche. Now, I do have 2 strips of vellum, so I've got 4 card bases, attempting to make 4 cards. Let's see how we go. Now, just remember this is our old style ink pad, and my hands don't open these so well because I'm so conditioned to the new style ink pads. Now, the stamps, the large and the small butterfly, come mounted together, so then you can punch them perfectly. So that's how they come, but there is no reason you cannot just ink up one. But we are going to get bang for our buck and Stampin' Punch both, and then we'll have some ready for another project. So I'm going to stamp 4 of each colour, and we are going to have to either heat set this vellum or set it aside. Now that one's not perfect, but it doesn't matter. So that's 4, and I will just pop this to the side for the moment. And there is a lot of ink left after you stamp on vellum because it's not a porous surface. So I just like to stamp off before I clean my stamp, just to get rid of that excess ink, and then you're not working as hard or making this as dirty. So next colour, it doesn't matter where we go next for our next colour. Highland Heather, I will close and pop away our Lemon Lime Twist, and that might actually be the last time I use Lemon Lime Twist, which is actually very sad. It was a favourite colour, but we do have our Granny Apple Green, which is very similar and a nice replacement for it. Can I fit one on here? Yes, I can. Just right, I'll pop this up here, and I'm gonna need more vellum, but I just wanted to use what I had sitting out, but I do know I have other scraps and strips, so I'll bring this piece in to stamp off onto, and then chamois. Even though I'm using a lot of colours, the cleaning process is really, really simple. So I'll close this one, and we'll go on to Grapefruit Grove. How many of you missed out on this Butterfly Gala set? Just curious to know how many of you missed out on it when it all sold out. Okay, Grapefruit Grove. Okay. Woo. I don't want to smudge anything there. Sorry, concentrating. I go all quiet. Oh, hey, Delinda. Sorry I missed you there. Yes, Anne, it is vellum. Sorry, I'll have to grab these back up. It's not working. It shows, thank you. Hi, Chris. Oh, you didn't get it. Okay. So will you get it now that it's back in stock, Josie and Chris? Just curiosity, that's all, because I find it's a very... fair enough. Well, Lorraine, as I may have said this before you popped in, this stamp set is staying around in the new annual catalogue, which is a really, really good thing. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. That's good. Pop that one there. I will stamp this one off, and then I will find some vellum scraps after I clean. And I did get some on the block. Just do the edge of the block. Close this up. Yes, me too. I was also really happy that the Geared Up Garage is still available in the new catalogue, and that Happy Tales carried over, as well as the Piece of Cake stamp set that just has lots of awesome cakes in it. Where is my vellum? Shouldn't be too far away, but apparently I've pulled out lots of things since I used. Okay, all these pieces are too thin. Here is a big piece of vellum, but that's okay. All is good. So we're up to Daffodil Delight. Oh my God, Josie, I wasn't that bad. I lost 39 stamp sets. Or there are 39 stamp sets that will no longer be current in the new catalogue. And I'm keeping 26. That's including the Occasions catalogue. I'm keeping 26. So I'm happy because last catalogue they introduced the new colours and didn't necessarily we didn't necessarily say goodbye to a whole lot of stamp sets, so I was half expecting it. So they're our Daffodil Delight ones done. I love how easy these are to close now, the new ink pads. It's fantastic. Sorry, I didn't put away my Grapefruit Grove. I like to put away as soon as I can, so then I know where everything is, and I have some classes and a team meeting on the weekend, so I'm already missing some ink pads and it's sort of kind of hurting my head. So Josie, what will you do with the stamps that you are losing out of the catalogue? Would you guys like me to see me do something with them? Okay, fair enough. I do keep Philomena. Lovely as a Tree has been in all 12 of our Australian catalogues, and however much I will miss it, the Winter Woods stamp set and the Rooted in Nature stamp set are fantastic substitutes. Oh, there you go, Donna. About the same. Okay. Okay, so we're on to our last colour, which is Balmy Blue. And we're going to have fun punching all of these out. Maybe I should have prepped this beforehand, but as you know, I was at the hairdresser. So I sort of had this half prepped. But that's okay, we'll just have a session. This is getting me out of housework, guys, because I have all the events at the house. You usually hoard, okay, fair enough. I normally keep some, but some of the sets I've kept from eons ago I've never used. But yeah, I was okay with Lovely as a Tree, but I now do have to buy Winter Woods because I need a good, I don't know why I just put this away because I've also got a stamp Hello Beautiful. So I will reopen that, pop this vellum up here to dry. I think I need to put the fan on in here. It's a bit stuffy. Right. You know, I don't want to clean the ink pad. Okay, Shannon. My thing as a selling demonstrator is that on my videos I try very, very, very hard and succeed 99.9% of the time. I don't show retired stamp sets, nor do I try and show non-Stampin' Up stamp sets. That's not to say that I don't own them. It is just to say that if I can't sell it, I try not to show it because people want to buy what you're using. So that's my adage to the things. Hello, Miss Vicky. Oh, you're in bed. I like your style there, Josie. Hey, Jeannie. Sorry I missed you. Popping in. Is the new catalogue separate to the 30 years? Yes, it is, Lorraine. So that catalogue actually ends on the... It's currently on a retirement list, and it ends on, I want to say, the 3rd of June. And then the new catalogue starts on the 4th of June. Please tell me I'm right doing this off the top of my head. I want to make sure I've got the sizing right for these. And I just want to grab a ruler and measure this. So sadly, this is using the 1 3/4 punch, which is one of the punches. Oh no, it's packed in my bag behind me. It is one of the punches that is retiring out of the catalogue. Oh, hello, Miss Jamie. When did you pop in? Did I miss you popping in completely? Oh, okay. I've done one. This one's going to have to be a separate way. I'll stamp and punch these and see how we go. Okay, 2. I'm hoping I can get all 4 out of this. Let's see how we go. And then another piece of scrap out of my room. Although I'm creating scraps all the time, I do like to use what I've got here. No, I can't get it out. That's okay. Happy to say goodbye to that one. And I have another one prepared here. That's right. Oh no, it's raining. But it rained on my wedding day, Jamie. It is meant to be good luck, apparently, so they say. So I'm just stamping onto plain Whisper White cardstock here. Sorry, I didn't even tell you that. And it's the Balmy Blue has just stamped beautifully, as it always does. And the very vanilla as well, until you don't... Okay, fair enough. Yeah, oh, so it's a totally outdoor wedding, Jamie. Are they just having marquees? Oh, just a moment ago. Okay. Oh God, will the marquee have a floor or will it go over the grass? Because if the marquee has a floor, it might make life a little bit easier. Just going to stamp this stamp off, and then what I might do while this ink is still just drying, please excuse my children having an animated conversation in the background. I'm hoping you can't hear it. I'm sure they're talking about food. Oh no, because I know it costs more to have a floor. Right, so we have our 6x6 pieces, and I want to try and get 4 of each colour. Now the good thing about this Gingham Gala paper is that we have 2 sides. So as you can see from this one beside me, we have a larger gingham and we have a smaller gingham, which is fantastic. Look at me, I'm going to be using up these whole sheets. Yay! No scraps going back in. Awesome. Okay. Oh, I keep on turning quiet mode on. What comment did I miss about the chamois? Where did you say something about the chamois, Vicky? No, you're okay being late, Vic. Oh yes, so satisfying, because I've made this card in a class. I just haven't shown it in a video or on my blog, so that's why I'm showing it today. So this has been one of my use it up bags that has been hanging around for a while, but it wasn't hanging where the rest of the things were because of the long pieces of vellum. So I've sorted through my cards that I've made and sorted them into like the bits that are retiring and the ones that are retiring and the ones that are staying. I'm just going to trim these edges off so I can get in there with the punch. And then I found a whole pile of cards that I haven't shared. So I've got those ready to share between now and the end of the catalogue, which is good for you and good for me. And then they can either be donated, those cards, or some of them will also go into my card box, because I do send a number of cards each month to family, friends, my team. I do send a fair few cards because I want to share my love, and that is a great way of doing it, by sending the cards. So there's a bit of prep work in this, but once we get punching, these come together super duper easily. Okay. I hope I'm not boring you all with all the punching. Okay, Jamie, I hope it dries out. Yes, Vicky, not a problem at all. I hope they enjoy it. Actually, you should ring me during the class and I can say hi to all you girls, because it's been a while since I dropped in on one of your classes. So I'm just creating like piles so then I don't lose anything on the way. And then after this, I've got one more colour to go, and then we'll see how these butterflies are drying. Oh my dear word. Well, that should be enough to get in. Right. That should be plenty of clearance. Look at that. Balmy blue. So you can see, even with the 2-inch punch, you can definitely get 9 circles out of this 6x6 paper. So one little piece of 6x6 certainly can stretch a long way. Okay, that is all that there. I'll pop that punch there and out of the way. Time for a little drink break and catching up. Hello, Melissa. Oh, I'm so glad you enjoy my videos, Melissa. I enjoy making them and chatting with you all. Although some of us are chattier than others. Okay. Now, this was the first one I did, and these appear to be mostly dry. So, let's get punching. Just put my drink bottle way to the back. It's casting some shadows. So, how many of you have started your storage collection? Because it's my storage collection over here that's casting a bit of a shadow with my lights. Oh, am I going to be picky or am I just going to punch? Because I'm fairly just punch. So the little ones can go off to the side, and these ones will go on their reciprocal or their appropriate piles. So I find if you line up the little one, your little butterfly, your big butterfly is going to be perfect. Right, take it completely out, then slide it back in. This piece of vellum, I'm going to scream at it in a sec, but the piece of vellum is actually kinked, so I can't just easily slide the vellum across like a normal piece, because it wasn't, if you have a look, it's completely kinked, but it won't matter. There we go, perfect now. So line up this little one, and then the big one is perfect, and the little one can go up there, and the big one can go over here. Right, that whole piece is stuck in the punch. This does happen. It's just because, where are my tweezers? Tweezers, tweezers, where are you? They're not being very obvious, are they? Okay. Snips work well. Just want to maneuver this. Right. Gotcha. Gotcha, gotcha. The rest of it should fly now. She says with her famous last words. Okay, put it in over here and slide it across. So, question another one. Do you prefer punches or dies? It's always a question I ask my customers, and that in a lot of ways it tells me what type of crafter they are. But I just want to know, do you prefer using punches or dies? Yeah, Jeannie, the reason the gingham's got to go is because of this lemon lime twist, because it'll no longer be a current colour in the new catalogue. But you do have your gingham stamp. So you've got your gingham background stamp. So you can definitely make your own gingham paper with that stamp. So, yeah. Ah, very good. Great, that's good to hear, Donna. I have grabbed out my blends a little bit more than what I normally would have, because they're now right in front of me, which is great. And just having that organizing solution has been a good thing. Now, I'm not too worried if these aren't completely perfect, because it's the effect of the whole card rather than just being one individual butterfly. And it's handmade, not Hallmark. We all must remember that. Okay, and here, that one over there. And I will pop them. Okay. I knew that was going to happen at one point. but that came apart really easily. And we're going to attach these butterflies using glue dots, which will make life super duper simple. Ah, it slipped. I didn't grab it quick enough. That will do. Close enough is good enough. That one there, that one along there. Right, now back to our Highland Heather ones. Now, if you find you cannot dry your ink with quickly enough, which is sometimes the case when we're making a quick card, do just blast it with your heat tool, and when the ink is no longer shiny, that is when the ink has dried. So that's as easy as it is, and that's why I sort of did it in the order that I did. So then we had time when I was stamping and punching out all the circles, that these all had time to dry. So that is my one tip with vellum. Great to stamp on, but you either need to give it time to dry or you need to hit it with your heat tool. Okay, that one and that one. I'm going to be able to make some cute butterfly cards with these little ones. Oh, do you know what would be really nice? If I made a butterfly shaker card. Because they're vellum, you can see the colour from both sides. I might make a butterfly shaker card. Okay, I am going to, while my hand's over here, check your comments on whether you like dies or punches. Oh, my hand's cramping. Okay, Gingham family group. Ooh, that'd be good. Either punches, either, yep. Okay, so you're a bit of both. Oh no, you guys saw that. I ripped the stamped butterfly. Pooh. Okay, let's just keep going. It's fine. I will just stamp another one. It doesn't matter. Do be careful. Vellum rips very easily, as I just demonstrated. Whoop. Yellow. Right. And I could even use some of this Gingham Gala paper as the frame for the shaker card. Oh, look at all these ideas while I'm creating. Right. And then we just need to grab out, oh, the stamp's already there. We just need to re-grab out the balmy blue ink. Okay. Do one right here, then I will call this part done. I will save that little butterfly though, so it's all good. I can at least salvage part of it. I'm just checking where is best to stamp. Okay, so that is stamped. I will clean that off later. I will, though, grab my hands are just about dead from all that punching. And look, I got ink on the front and back of my finger. That's a talent and a half. You try and do that in one movement. I don't think you could. Okay. I have my heat tool, and with our heat tool there is a 1 and a 2 setting. The 1 setting is for ink drying and the second setting is for embossing. Now because I'm being really quick today, so this sort of has less fan, not less heat, but because I'm being impatient now, I'm going to whack it up to number 2 just so I can dry this a bit quicker. But the first one is meant for ink drying, and I am making sure to move this because I don't want to warp the vellum too much. And this is pretty much almost dry already. It doesn't take much, especially it's not particularly cool in here today. It is quite warm, so that has helped this. So I am just going to first of all punch this little butterfly baby. Yep. So that one is scrap. That one goes up there, and I've got my big scissors here. I just didn't quite have enough between these two bottom butterflies. Okay. Put it in the slot. Get this all lined up. Okay. And then little one, if it will come off my hand, and big one there. Right. We are done. I think I might keep just this bit in the middle, and I will snip that out now. So what I generally do is just go between the punched pieces. As you can see, I was having fun with the tree last night and some vellum. And I might show you that card next week because I'm teaching that class on Sunday. So this is all scraps. We've done all our punching with our butterfly duo punch. Pop these over here, pop the card here. We have our 4 card bases. I will fold these up, and then we're ready to assemble. So a bit of preparation, and as always when I'm making more than one card, I try to do all the same steps at the one time. So I did all the stamping together, well except for my boo-hoo at the end there, but I try and do all my stamping together. I do all my punching together, and then these were already pre-cut card bases, so I just grabbed these out, and that's what made me come to the number 4, because they were ready to rock and roll as such. So do all my folding. Now this is thick Whisper White cardstock, so it just has a heavier weight, and it's good for stamping on. Not quite as good as our normal Whisper White for stamping, but it is fantastic for boxes and card bases. It's just got that bit more weight, where the normal Whisper White is it's still the same weight cardstock, but it is just compressed a bit more to give a more premium, how am I trying to say this? A more premium stamping surface. Okay, now what I think I will do, I will go through and I will glue all the butterflies to the circles. Now I'm choosing to use the small side rather than the big side, just because we're using a smaller piece. I think it's more visually pleasing. So all I'm going to do is stick all these butterflies on, then take them off. I did some pretty shoddy punching here, girls. It doesn't matter, because they're going to be done cards and they're going to go into people's homes, and with a sentiment like "Hello Beautiful," it can be used for any occasion. I can't even tell what's the right and the wrong side anymore. Now, I did have my paper snips here, and I like to use these as a lever, so then I can just, and of course I'm going to have my gingham up and down, otherwise it might hurt my brain if I go on wonky angles. And then once the card is made, you can fluff up the wings and do all the fun things like that. Now I'm just going to check your girls' comments. Hello, Miss Allison. Okay. I'm still reading through. I like both. Yeah, the punches are really easy to grab, Sherry. You are exactly right there. Oh, I've lost everyone's comments again. Yes, having ink all over oneself is an occupational habit. Yes, I was thinking that, Lorraine, of doing this card import in landscape as well. I do have my class members who do like to buck the system and use my supplies to make a totally different card to the one I intended, which generally just means they've put their things on jaunty angles, because I don't generally like jaunty angles, and they also like to change the orientation. But yes, I was already kind of thinking of that one, Lorraine. Are you off today, Lorraine, or are you taking a long lunch break? And that's a good thing about this card. You can do it at either orientation. And that's our, oh God. Well, this one's being put on a really weird place. No, that's not working. Let's just add another glue dot. Hopefully this time a bit more center than what I had it before. They're going in weird and wonderful places, but they're all working out. Right. So we're definitely going to be a long video today, only because I decided to make 4 cards. So it just requires a touch more time to do the extra bits. But I think it is definitely a worthwhile investment to get extra cards made, because if you're going to make one, you can see I went through a lot of the scraps that I had out. Okay, Shannon, thank you so much for coming. No problems, Alison. A day off, Lorraine. How lucky for you. Even nice, I assume. Yes, you're having a 4-day weekend, Lorraine, because we had a public holiday here in Australia yesterday to honour our servicemen and women. Because I found out yesterday or the day before. No problems, Chris. Thank you for joining, and please enjoy the replay. I did find out, and my American lovelies out there that can confirm this, not that I doubt the source that told me, that you guys have 2 days to honour your servicemen and women. You have a day for the ones that have passed and a day for the ones that are in current service. Is that correct? So you have Veterans Day and another day. I can't think of the name of it. Yeah, and the good thing is, Josie, is just doing one step at a time. So at some stage it looks really messy because you've got all these piles, but then it makes the putting together easy. And it's sort of organised chaos. Sort of. Right. So do I still have any of my American friends here that can answer me about the Veterans Day and the other day that you have in America? Because I was actually very curious, and I was a bit because I know the UK has Remembrance Day, which is, we also have, it's not public holiday. Memorial Day, that's the one, Philomena. So Memorial Days for those that have passed or lost their lives in the line of duty, and then Veterans Days for those that are living. I hope I got that right. I just thought it was very interesting, where we just have one day. My son played in his brass band and played it both during the march, so he marched at our local town centre, and he also played during the ceremony. And luckily he does not play the trumpet, cornet or bugle, and did not have to have the pressure of playing the last post. One of our very experienced players and conductors nicked someone's cornet and played the last post yesterday. Do you Americans play the last post, or is that an Australian thing? Yeah, well, I quite often do the spares thing, Josie, because then I know where to find them, but I also do have my use it up box. So my use it up box is for like things that don't necessarily belong to a stamp set, or partially made things and stuff like that. I probably will have a couple of use it up. I've lost a butterfly. I think I just flicked it on the floor. I will have some use it up box projects coming your way, because there are a number of things that are retiring that are in my use it up box. So if I don't use them up and show you, they'll go to my granddaughter, which is fine, but I would like to use them up myself. So, and I don't want to show too many of the brand new things when people can't buy them. So we're sort of in that weird time of year where things are retiring, and I want to use all the new things because that's just how it is. We just want to use all the new things when we've got them in front of us. But I'm just trying to put a foot in each boat, really. And funnily enough, I was showing the Stampin' Up the new catalogue, my one copy, and when I was at the hairdresser, me and one of my friends who happens to be a customer, we coordinate our visits to our hairdresser, and she said, "Is this my copy of the catalogue?" And I went, no, this is my one and only copy currently. And she went, oh. But she was very excited by a number of things in the catalogue, which was fantastic. And she goes, I love these new in colours, and then showed me her new lounge. Now her new lounge is pretty peacock, and she has purple posy accessories and ottoman. So I'm going to share that photo. I said, oh, can you share that photo with me? And I'll share the photo on how trend she is. Okay, Maureen, where are you in the world? I'm assuming you're in the UK. Because we were part of Remembrance, or the 11th of the 11th, we still do respect it, but it isn't a public holiday like Anzac Day is in Australia. And in some states of Australia, everything closes down for the whole day. Where in New South Wales, where I live, most things aren't open until after lunch. Okay, so now, I think I'm going to absolutely cheat now, and I'm going to pop up the sentiment because it's white on white, but I'm just going to use some wet glue for the other circles just because of time, and I still know what my to-do list looks like. Or should I just use these on all of them? It's a holiday. Yes, of course it's a holiday here. Ooh, message me some news. Ooh, can't wait, Josie. Yeah, and I've also I'm just thinking, do I just glue? No, yes, I'm just gluing them. Executive decision made. The boss spoke, which is me talking to myself, haha. Right, let's get going. I've got my glue here, lid off. And doesn't matter what order I put these in at all. Okay, I keep on moving these piles all around my sheet here, but that's okay. Right, so I'm going to start with either the top two or the bottom two. It does not matter. And I'm opening the card just so it's flat, but I've already folded it because it's easier to bone fold with nothing of dimension on the top. Glue, awesome, thanks. So for those peeps that are in Australia, I will, and I have mentioned that I will be doing some pattern paper shares and some in color shares of accessories and ribbon and paper and things like that. So I've just got to do up a graphic for those, but if you're in Australia and interested, do drop me a line, and it just means you will get one piece of all the pattern paper for the paper share in a 6x6 size, and for the share you'll get some of the in color ribbon, you will get the in color ribbon, what else? in colour ribbon, some of the embellishments. I can't remember what else is in the new in colours in the catalogue. And then you can either buy the markers or the ink pads as an add-on. So I normally go side to side, then up, and that just gets my spacing somewhat correct, and then I go in and add the other two. Now I think on my original card I may have stamped this in Gorgeous Grape over the Highland Heather paper. Because this one's looking rather dark compared to what I did, but they both actually equally work. But this one is just a little bit more subtle, which is fine. No, what colour am I looking for? Daffodil. So because we've got, and these are almost mini embellishments in themselves. These are butterflies, but you can see now that they're all made, the actual assembly of the card is super simple, and I equally like it flat and raised, but I do like the Hello Beautiful just raised, so then it emphasizes that piece. So there's one done. Now I'm going to take Lorraine's advice and do one landscape. And because I've got my fan on, I'm getting all these backs of the dimensionals all over my floor. Because if my hand is not completely in the bin, they go everywhere. You girls have gone quiet on me. Josie, I'm dying to know the news now. You can't do that to me. It's cruel. Cruel, cruel, cruel. Ah, it moved. Everyone saw that, didn't they? That wasn't me. It moved. My little scissors before that completely adheres. These paper snips, I swear, are good. No, that's adhered. That's just going to stay as is because it's handmade. And look at me copying myself with the same colours. Obviously don't have an original bone in my body today. Okay, and quickly with the balmy blue. Oh look, I'm changing it up. Oh my dear word. See, all that punching tires out my hands. I know it tires out normal people's hands, but mine just don't really, still had enough slip. Awesome. But my hands just really don't cope well at all with all that punching, but at least I can say I've done my hand exercises for the day. That's something, hey. This one, try and get that as close as what I can, and I'm missing our Highland Heather. So I won't be dropping in this weekend for another card video because, as I said, I do have a team meeting on Saturday and then a class on Sunday. So I will try to be back on Tuesday as my normal scheduling generally goes. So here's a look. Have a look at the portrait and the landscape. Both look fantastic. So I think I might do another landscape now and then end with a portrait. oh, I'm happy. But these little butterflies would look great on a scrapbook card. I could definitely also make these into badges. There are so many things that you could use this base for. It just happens that I am using them for a card today. But equally it can be used for so many things. It's just, and I like the vellum because it doesn't take away from the gingham, as the main reason I use vellum is to allow whatever is underneath to shine through. Some of these butterflies are so not on straight. I'm ignoring it and trying to not let it hurt my head. I'm trying really hard. And no, I'm normally not that anal, but I am about certain things. Just certain things. And a yellow. So in a class, as some of you said, you'll be casing this, which is totally fine. This is a card that does take up a bit of time, so it is a good class card, if I can get my teeth in the right spot to speak. And they're also using a lot of the products, and if you wanted to do that step further, you could even add some of our rhinestone gems or pearls to the middle of the butterflies. I'm missing one of these. Where did he go? Or did I only stamp 3? Did anyone see where it went? Okay, I'm going to pop this card to the side because I'm pretty sure... Oh, it's stuck to the back. I found it. I found him. He was hiding. Thank you, Josie. Thank you, thank you. Yes, but for these I just decided to keep them simple, but you can definitely go the extra step, or I will show you the other thing you can add to them. And this is also, I'm moving my floor mat here, hold on. I have a set of them here, and these are called the Gingham Gala Adhesive Back Sequins. These would look really good, and these are made so you get a sheet of all 5 colors, and these would look really sweet in the middle, and they are color matched to the 5 colors, so they would look really sweet as well. And then that would be using the whole suite of products. Just a tip, because we can. Actually, I might do that on this last card, and I'll show you how it looks, because that pack is for my customer who purchased with me last month. I just haven't caught up with her yet because of the school holidays. I will be giving that to her. I could throw it in a letterbox. She only lives around the corner. Let's go this way. Oh, this card is crooked. I've either scored it crooked or cut it crooked, but it doesn't matter either way. Do you know what? I'm probably going to go back and add sequins to all of these now, just because I can. Terrible, I know. And because they're adhesive backed, it doesn't actually, it's not a long process actually popping them on, because you're just taking them straight off the backing sheet and gluing them down. Okay, now I'm trying to look at this circle placement and not the butterfly placement, because this butterfly is way off. I was obviously talking way too much when I adhered that one. Okay, line this up. Actually, I don't know. I'll bring this one in and see what you think. I think spatially, the butterflies aren't touching as much on the portrait card to what they are on the landscape because they go over, but they still look good. I can tell I had really juicy ink pads when I did these cards compared to these cards, because they're just a little more subtle. It's interesting when you can compare, even though I'm really happy with how they stamped. It's just amazing when you've got a card that you've already made. Okay, let's grab these sequins. Yes, I am grabbing the correct sheet. Oh, I've just got it in a little baggie because they don't necessarily come off well. Okay, these 4, and I should have another one. Okay, so the lemon lime twist ones are matte. They are not, the lemon, yeah, they're matte, they're not iridescent like, I'm trying to grab them off the wrong way. Oh dear, someone stop me, please. Okay. This one is here. Because we're only doing 4. This is perfect. And it does also cover up the glue dot that we use to adhere the butterfly as well. So these sequins can really play dual purpose, which is good. And now we have our Grapefruit Grove, once again upside down, Miss Jane. I'm sorry for all my Australianisms. Hopefully someone can explain. No, I don't think anyone can explain Mr. Squiggle. He was a childhood show that was a bit of a gem, actually. Right, and one more of these, so you can see how simple it is just to adhere these sequins, and it does actually elevate it beautifully. Okay, so we don't have any blue ones, but we do have the clear iridescent ones, which we will use on the balmy blue. So the balmy blue, the iridescent ones will pick up any colour that is underneath it, which is perfect. Yes, we are just a bunch of weirdo Australians who had an angry steam shovel and a weird snail. Who else was in the show? A talking blackboard. You do wonder what drugs these show creators were on when they created these shows. Okay, oh, these are really nice and translucent, the Daffodil Delight ones. Daffodil Delight. Do we like the sequins? I'm not going to do it to my original card, but I am happy to use them on this card. And then I'll take like a the side-by-side photo or something. And I've got one more here. And then our iridescent ones, which have all the colours. So iridescent one on our balmy blue. Pretty. Actually, iridescent ones would look nice on all of them. I will just grab the next one along and I will deal with that stray sequin at a later stage. There we go. It's stuck down to... Oh, thanks, Lorraine. Lorraine, are you doing your crafty days anymore? I liked coming up to your crafty days. Allowed me to do a lot of stuff that I normally wouldn't do at home. Okay, so let me just put all these sequins away, otherwise who knows where they will end up. Pop them back in here, shake them down. Right, so lid on glue. Okay, so what we have used today to make these 4 cards, we did end up with 4. I have used the Butterfly Gala stamp set and the Duo Butterfly or Butterfly Duet punch. So we've also used the Gingham Gala paper, which is currently on while stocks last, and we have used the matching sequins. So I do hope you've enjoyed. Thank you so much. Tell me when. Yes, Lorraine. I can always pick you up from a train station, Lorraine. So if you do want to come, just give me a hoy and we can work something out. Yeah, but thank you girls for joining me. I am going to go off and attack my to-do list, which includes housework. But now that I've got my craftiness out of my system, I can now go and do all my chores. Thank you. You girls have a great weekend as well. I'm very glad to have this project out of my space with completed cards done. So have a lovely weekend and I will see you girls on Tuesday. Bye. Thanks, Maureen.